AI has made some major advances this week. Hello my friends, how are you doing? Let's dive right into the news. The first big news is the new Sora video AI by OpenAI. And this is really crazy because the quality is beyond anything we have seen so far. Here you can see an example of a woman walking down the street, and yes, this is created by AI. It is not a video, this is AI. Here we have another example of some woolly mammoths, and because they don't live anymore, this has to be AI. And as you can see, beautiful quality. But this new AI model can do much more than that, like also this scene here, and it is absolutely mind-blowing how realistic everything looks. The amazing thing here is also that this model is very good with emotional expressions and things that look like a 3D render. Another thing it can do are complex movements like this dancing scene here, like we have never seen any AI do before. And look at how everything fits together. The dancing makes sense, but even the characters in the background are detailed and have correct motion. So this is absolutely mind-blowing. Now the reason why this works so well is actually that Sora is trained to understand and simulate physics. So the AI model can understand what is going on and create it in context. We can also see that this scene filmed in a subway, and here's a reflection of the woman standing in front of the window. Now pay attention to how very well the transparent window is working with the reflection on it. So the lights are correct, the colors are correct, but also the movement in the background, where the foreground moves faster, the background moves slower, like we would expect from perspective. At the same time, we have this fisheye effect that's a little bit like a GoPro video, and everything comes together in a completely correct way that is working and visually so convincing that you would think this is an actual real video. Of course, the model still makes mistakes, for example, confusing left and right. So this leads to a video where the guy is running backwards on a treadmill, but still, overall, it looks really good and very realistic. Even the handshake is there for the camera, which is really stunning. And when Sora makes mistakes, it can actually lead to beautiful dream-like effects, like here with these wolf puppies that multiply and then vanish again. It's really an interesting effect. Or this really funny effect here with the basketball exploding the rim. It's really cool. Very nice. I like the effects of how the net is flying away from the explosion. The interesting thing of this model is also that it's using the experience from ChatGPT and from DALL-E 3. And as you know, DALL-E 3 is very good with understanding prompts, so that this can create very good descriptions and also understand language very good, so it can create up to a minute of video with your description in a very good way. You can actually use an image as an input to create a video from that, and this can enable amazing control over the characters. And in addition to that, another thing that this model is trained on is that it will have a consistent look of the characters, even if the characters are off screen for some time. And that is absolutely important to create a consistent video. The only downside here is you can't test it today because it's not public yet. Of course, there's more news about video AI. Face Fusion 2.3 was released, and you can see here it is amazing. You see it in the middle, not on the left. On the right side, you see the face landmarks. And what is amazing to me here is that the faces are sideways and still rendered in the correct way. That is absolutely stunning. The awesome thing is you can download that on GitHub. You can install it with, you scroll down a little bit, you have here the install guide. I will try to cover that in a future video. For now, this is just part of my newsreel. And then, of course, absolutely check out my video about ForgeUI with the install guide and how to use it. It's much faster for slower GPUs than automatic 1111 and even ComfyUI. And also Stable Cascade, which is a new way of using Stable Diffusion. It is much faster. It is very good with hands and text and can create absolutely stunning, beautiful results in a short rendering time. It can run in ComfyUI, but I also show you how to install it with one click in Pinocchio. So all of that is super easy. Check out my 2 videos. And of course, there's even more, the ComfyUI 3D pack that you can use to convert images into very nice 3D models that are also textured. Check out this stunning video here with that example. You can see it doesn't use very many nodes. It's a pretty simple process. And then this is converted in this beautiful 3D model here that has also the texture of the image on it and of course a backside to it. So that is really mind-blowing. Here we have another image of a model that is a bit more complex than the cat. And again, you're getting a pretty interesting result. Now here the texture could be better on the 3D model, but the 3D model is pretty nice. I have to say this is really cool. Google has outdone itself again with Gemini 1.5, which has absolutely mind-blowing features and functionality. One thing that is really crazy here is that you can go up to 1 million tokens. And this AI is also multimodal, which means you can work with different medias like audio, images, text input, video, also code. Here we have a demo where they are uploading the transcript of the Apollo 11 flight. Now you can see here in the interface that we have here a selection of the model, the temperature, we have a stop sequence. They are asking the model questions about the PDF and it's giving here a quote, which is very interesting, but then also a context for that quote, which is really good because the quote on its own doesn't give you the full picture. And of course, you can also find the scene then in the PDF. Next, they are using an image input, asking the AI what scene fits that image. And of course, the AI says that this is the first step on the moon by Neil Armstrong. That can also be very useful because not every scene can be described by words, or sometimes you simply don't know what the right words are or how to describe the scene. Here we have another example. As you can see, it's using 696,000 tokens. Here they are uploading a film by Buster Keaton. And then they can ask questions about that video, which is also amazing, especially because this is a silent film. So there's no dialogue that can be analyzed. It actually has to go through the video itself. As you can see here, they are asking the AI model, where will a piece of paper be removed from the pocket and what is the key information on that paper? And the AI gives a specific time code and also describes the content of the paper. So when we go to that video position, you can see the scene happening and also the text on the paper, which is amazing if you have to analyze a lot of video content, find specific scenes, and really understand the content of that video. But of course, Gemini can do a lot more things than that. They call it anything to anything. You show different colors of yarn and ask for an idea, and this is showing you that you could create this kind of octopus. You can show it some nodes and ask questions about that. So this can do a lot of different interesting things. Now these anything to anything abilities of Gemini will superpower our abilities to use our own intelligence. Because one thing that limits us is the access of information, because it is very slow to gather that information and that understanding. Now that ability to understand scientific text, but also text in general, but also audio, but also video, but also images, can help you achieve a lot more things in a lot shorter time. Then there's also another news here about LLM. This is Chat with RTX. You can download that on the Nvidia page. However, this is a 38 gigabyte file. And then on top of that, you also need to download the model. So about 40 gigabytes or more for downloading. And then you can use Chat with RTX. This is what it looks like when it runs on your computer. It's completely local. And one of the interesting things here is on the right side, you can select the data set, including YouTube URLs. So for that, you can select a YouTube video, you can download the transcript, and then from that, you can actually ask questions about the video. So here, for example, I have the Apple Vision Pro review by Mark Brownlee, and I wanted to ask what are the key points here. It makes a list of the key points, which is very useful. And then I also asked what are the downsides about the Vision Pro that he's talking about in his video, and it makes a list about that too. So that also is very useful. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about these news, and see you soon. Bye! Oh, you're still here. So this is the end screen. There's other stuff you can watch like this or that. It's really cool. And yeah, I hope I see you soon. Leave a like if you haven't yet. And well, yeah,